Howdy, folks. We've been making some changes here to the, I guess we'll call it the solar corner. Got some cabinets, like this one here, shelves, whatever, from a commercial store that was closing and also moving. They were not going out of business. I don't know if I said that or not the other week, but I got stuff in from them, and it was all free. Now, I don't know exactly how to understand their business, but they did have a big green steel cabinet, and I got it. I'm going to show it to you. I have no idea what you do with a cabinet like that, so I'm going to show it to you guys, and hey, let me know what you think. There's cold AC blowing right here, right now. Yeah, off the. This thing will run well over 5 or 6 hours on the solar right now before we would have this thing all, maybe discharged or whatever. But it's running. It's blowing cold air in my shop for the time being. It's a warm day. There's a huge heat dome or whatever over the eastern seaboard or something, so everybody's complaining about the 100-degree temperatures or whatever. So the shop without it is actually not doing bad. It is insulated now with this polyboard stuff, and it's showing 90 degrees inside here, and that may sound high, but when you go outside and you come in here, it feels like it dropped 10 degrees. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Anyway, these are so heavy. They really should be put on an industrial rack, which they do sell them on Amazon. I may or may not have to get one. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of, on the fence about this because this is some good steel heavy racking, but yeah, that's kind of like, whoa, that's almost like a human being standing on one of these things. This is the rack, somewhere around 100 pounds. They are very, very heavy. And I'd like to get a couple of them like right here. It would be really nice and have this unit here. I would like that up on top of the desk here, where I can put the rest of the charging station that I want to put here. That will charge all my tools, all my camera equipment, even my garden shed tools, that sort of thing. We've got 40-volt Cobalt, different gardening tools, and weed whacker, that kind of thing, and have it all charged on this station like we used to do in Texas. But it was still nice to think that I had all that charging station, all that power running all the time, night and day, and it was on solar. Didn't have to even worry about it. It was fact that the Pectron can carry quite a bit. I'm surprised that little Pectron. Don't know Pectron from other brand names that well, but as it turned out, Pectron seems to have some pretty good stuff. And this little guy right here was able to help us run our refrigerator when we had no power for days upon days after a hurricane. So we're like, you know what? That's a pretty good deal. Now, granted, we've kind of moved away from that because when we get another one of these in, we will have enough power to easily run most of the house, maybe say after a hurricane, and just keep running as if nothing had happened. The only weakness in the system would be running the air conditioning system in the house is, well, at this point would be impossible. I've got to have a lot more panels, a lot more power backup, everything. I have to have more of this inverters and maybe some better, voltage control or charge control station, that kind of thing. This is the cheapest one Amazon sells. The cheapest one Amazon sells. The cheapest one Amazon sells. So we are low budget. In fact, the solar panels outside, one is used, the other one was donated. It's like that's what's charging this thing right now. Yeah. So it's like really haven't got into spending any money on solar to speak of. But I've got quite a bit going on here. So, 5 kilowatt system. Plus I've got storage batteries. I've got 1, 2, 3, I think 4 of them all together. Maybe 5. I just see that. So it's another one over here that I haven't shown for a long time. I've got a Volt Man here, or VTO Man, I think it's called. And it's an older unit. I don't know again if that is still around, but they had sent us one for review at one time. And we got in a lot of power stations for a while that we were reviewing, and they're all checked out pretty good. I really don't have anything. In fact, here's the problem, and I don't know exactly where the source is, but when you get power stations in for review, I don't know if they send you the very best one they have or something, or the one that has no bugs in it, because a lot of times I'll get email flack later on about how, well, I bought that and it's no good, or it doesn't do this, or it doesn't, whatever. And every one of them ones I tested was good, was fine, worked great. I didn't have any issues. And down the road, we didn't run into those issues. In fact, that one there, even some people actually criticized the Pektron and said, "Oh yeah, don't you shouldn't be showing that. It's no good. That's a piece of junk. Blah blah whatever." And it's still here with me. I still use it. I've been using it for a couple of years now, charging and discharging daily with running my charge station. Charge station, I'll probably bring it out here shortly, pretty soon, and probably nail it up on the wall right here, just because it's a open spot. I've been trying to decide where to put the charging station along this wall, and because I don't really need it in my face, but to have it up there or something would be great, because that way it'll be easy to tie into the solar power and the station can look after itself. It actually could be further down the wall someplace once I get the outlets run. I haven't run my outlets yet. I put one in over here by the panel just so that I can plug stuff in, because one of the criticisms that I do have is this particular unit, the outputs on this for plugging regular 110 in or 120 is sketchy. They're kind of loose and they flop around, and I really don't like that. So I went ahead and put my 120 amp outlet in over here, and I've got AC running, cold air, nice. And I've also got lighting, of course, going on. I have a fan at the other end of the shop, and when I turned the fan on today, I noticed it was kind of like blowing hot air. It seemed like blowing warm air. I was like, I really don't need that right now, so cut it off. So I just left the fan off. So the only thing circulating in the room right now is just this AC here that I got blowing on me. I'm using voice isolation software, so I cut the sound of the AC out of here. So you may or may not be able to hear a little bit of a rumble or something running here. You can't hear it. It's pretty loud, but it's just like I said, I just cut it off using software. The other thing I need to do is probably reinforce. I'm thinking about putting wood strips in here or something to help reinforce the panel from the bottom up to here before I put something like that in here. So I actually want two of these in here. That's over 200 pounds. Like I said, that'd be like a human being standing on that. And I'm just worried that I don't know if that shelf can handle it. And I was trying to decide if there's some way I could easily reinforce these shelves so they can carry that kind of weight, because eventually we might end up with, say, like 4 of these and have 2 here and 2 here or something, or break out the budget and just go ahead and get the rack thing for the server and put them in the proper rack. The rack is like $350 or something from Amazon. Maybe Beaver has one. I'll have to check on Beaver and see if they offer one. It'll be a better price. What this was used for, I have no idea. Like I said, I've got a green one here. It's not here in the shop right now. I just sort of threw it in my garage. I should bring it out here. And when I bring it out here, we'll put it on the camera for a minute, and you can see it's a green metal cabinet on wheels. It has a door and a bunch of shelves. I don't know what originally it was sold as. Maybe it was from Ranger or some supply company. I have no idea who supplied it. And there doesn't appear to be a brand name anywhere on it. And looking at it, because the people that closed up are not around, they're not there to answer questions, they're just giving free stuff away, like this cabinet here. There's just no way to ask anybody, what did you do with this thing? It's got a very strange top to it. We'll have to sort of look at that. And then maybe some ideas. My wife thought it would be good for a 3D printer station, and I disagreed. I said, man, that's not really, something I think that would make a good 3D printing station, but like, we'll do something with it. Just don't know what, So when I come back, I'll bring it over here and we'll take a look at it. Bam, there we are. I brought it over here. It's a fairly good sized cabinet, and it has this two-floor, whatever, 2-step right here. But my gal thought it would be great for a 3D printer. It might be okay for a 3D printer. It's got all these nice, cool boxes here that would be really good for, like, if you were loading, a welding stick or something. I don't know. Or short pieces of wood, thrown in here or something would be cool. If that's if you're doing woodworking. For 3D print farm, this is kind of like, but it does have this nice feature here, and it's a nice, clean looking cabinet inside there. Again, that's for free, so we'll take it. Yeah, right. There is something back in the very back of it, and I can't seem to get to it, but the whole thing is fully, I'll see if I can spin this around. These, yeah. It's fully enclosed. It's on some pretty good wheels. Wheels aren't great, they just made a mark in the floor, so they're not great, but they're okay. But you got this two-step thing here, which I thought was kind of ruined it, but I thought, router table or something for tools. It's like, I don't know. We'll figure it all out. There is something. There's a couple cans right very back. You don't really want to come through, so let's see what we got. Nova Prep Spray Prep. Well, it's never been opened, whatever it is. Spray prep. Couple of cans back there. Well, this one's been opened and used. Looks like a grease. I don't know. I have no idea. Probably had to throw that out, I guess. But and some. Looks like they had a cap. Yeah. That. I don't know. Anyways, as a 3D printer station, it might be okay, but let's face it, it's not really my vision. I thought I'd throw it at you guys and just see if anybody recognize, it's just a utility cabinet from like a certain company. You recognize all, there's no brand name, nothing on it, so I can't tell. If you want to see that profile, you can see like the turn it. And you see we got the dip right here, this could be like a work area here or something up here. So like I said, I could put one 3D printer on here and make a station out of it or something, but this has no point, but yeah, seems like, I think we need a little grease on these, but yeah, there it is, the mystery. I think the next thing to do, really need to get that car in here and get it over in the corner so we can get that out of the way, because the car is still sitting up here, and I'd like to pull that door down just a little bit more and kind of help the seal a little bit to help it, just help from heat getting into the building kind of thing, because the more sealed up these doors are, the better this building's going to be, especially with this thing running. That's 14,000 BTU, by the way, just in case anybody asks. I would like to get a 16,000 BTU, maybe in the near future or something, just to get a better AC system, experience in here, because it does hold the place down, but the area is just too big. Thank you for watching Coffee Tools. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the notice bell. We'll be out of here right now because we'll just say over and out.